10 things you must check before buying an iPhone in 2026. Buying an iPhone sounds simple. You walk into a store, pick a model, pay, and leave with one of the most powerful smartphones in the world. But in 2026, buying an iPhone without checking a few key things first can cost you money, performance, battery life, and even long-term software support. Because not every iPhone is the right iPhone for you. Some are overpriced. Some are already close to the end of their update cycle. And some simply don't give you the best value anymore. So before you spend your money, let's go through the most important things you should check before buying an iPhone in 2026. If you like simple breakdowns of everyday tech decisions, subscribe now, because this channel makes tech make sense. Let's get into it. First thing to check: software support. This is one of the most important factors. Apple typically supports iPhones with iOS updates for around 5 to 6 years. That means older models may stop receiving major updates sooner than you expect. For example, if you buy an iPhone that was released several years ago, you might only get a year or two of updates left. And once updates stop, security patches stop, new features stop, app compatibility slowly starts breaking. So before buying any iPhone, check the original release year. The newer the model, the longer it will stay supported. In 2026, long-term software support should always be part of your decision. Next, battery health. If you're buying a brand new iPhone, this isn't a concern. But if you're buying used or refurbished, this matters a lot. Lithium-ion batteries degrade over time. After a few years of use, maximum capacity drops, performance can be reduced, and battery life becomes shorter. Apple provides a simple way to check this. Just go to Settings, Battery Health. If battery health is below 80%, the battery will likely need replacement soon. And replacing a battery adds extra cost to your purchase. So always check battery health before buying a used iPhone. Third, storage capacity. A lot of people underestimate this. Photos, videos, apps, system files, updates, they all add up quickly. And unlike some Android phones, most iPhones don't support external storage like micro SD cards. So if you buy an iPhone with too little storage, you're stuck with it. In 2026, 128 gigabytes should be the minimum for most users. If you record lots of videos or take many photos, 256 gigabytes or higher is much safer. Because running out of storage affects more than convenience. It can slow down your phone, and even affect things like camera processing. So choose storage carefully. Fourth, camera needs. Not everyone needs the most expensive camera system. Apple often differentiates models with camera features like telephoto lenses, advanced night photography, better stabilization, pro video modes. If you mainly take casual photos and social media content, a standard model may be perfect. But if you shoot travel photography, professional video, or lots of night shots, the Pro models offer significant advantages. Understanding your camera needs can save you a lot of money. Fifth, display type. iPhones now come with different display technologies. Some models include ProMotion, which means a 120 Hz refresh rate. Others still use 60 Hz displays. The difference? Scrolling, animations, gaming. Everything feels smoother on a 120 Hz display. Once you get used to it, going back to 60 Hz can feel slow. So if display smoothness matters to you, check whether the model supports higher refresh rates. 6. Chip performance and future-proofing. Every year Apple introduces a faster chip, but the difference between generations varies. Newer chips offer better gaming performance, faster photo processing, improved AI features, and longer long-term support. Even if you don't notice the speed difference today, future apps will rely on newer chips. So buying a slightly newer model can keep your phone relevant longer. 7th, authenticity if buying used. This is critical. Before buying a used iPhone, check the IMEI number. Make sure it's not blacklisted. Ensure the device is not iCloud-locked. If an iPhone is still linked to someone else's Apple ID, you won't be able to activate it. Always power on the phone before buying. If it asks for another person's Apple ID, walk away immediately. 8th, physical condition. Inspect the phone carefully. Check the screen for Dead pixels. Burn-in. Deep scratches. Look at the camera lenses. Make sure they're not cracked or heavily scratched. Also check the frame and charging port. Damage in these areas can lead to expensive repairs later. 9th. Price versus value. Sometimes the newest iPhone isn't the smartest buy. Older models often drop significantly in price after a new release, and the performance difference between generations can be small. So always compare. Price. Features. Longevity. Sometimes the best value is the model released 1 year earlier. Finally, your actual needs. This sounds obvious, but many people buy phones based on hype, not usage. Ask yourself, do you really need the highest-end model? Or do you need reliable battery life, good camera, smooth everyday performance? The best phone is not always the most expensive one. It's the one that fits how you actually use technology. Buying an iPhone in 2026 isn't just about choosing a model. It's about making a smart long-term decision. Check software support, battery health, storage capacity, camera needs, display type, chip performance, authenticity, physical condition, and overall value. When you understand these factors, you stop guessing and start buying smarter. If this breakdown helped you understand what to check before buying an iPhone, subscribe, because this channel makes tech make sense. And in the next video, we'll break down the biggest mistakes people make when buying used smartphones. I'll see you in the next one.